The quiz. The interaction with the narcissist. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor, and today you are going to receive 20 questions which are about the interaction between the narcissist and the victim. The purpose of this quiz is to improve your understanding of the narcissistic dynamic. Each question describes an interaction between the victim and the narcissist. And what you have to do, based upon the information that you will have been listening to, is to determine what category the interaction falls into. The purpose of this quiz and others is to enable you to test your knowledge, to see how you are progressing with gaining understanding about all matters narcissist. Do not be dismayed if you find some of the questions difficult. The quizzes are not designed to be easy or straightforward. They are there to test you, to ensure that you focus your mind and that you ultimately get it right. Answers will be provided in a separate video, and expanded answers will be available, which I would invite you to obtain to improve your knowledge and to gain understanding as to why the answers are as they are, and also why certain answers are incorrect. It's just as important to know why the right answer is the right answer as it is to know why the incorrect answer is incorrect. So, with pen and paper to hand, or with phone or tablet or whatever it is, get ready for your 20 questions, which are multiple choice in nature. Question 1. The victim says to the narcissist, "I love you, and I always have." Is this A. Wounding, B. Challenge fuel, C. An instinctive manipulation, D. Not a manipulation, E. Pure positive fuel? 2. The middle mid-range type A narcissist says to the victim, "I love you and I always have." Is this A. Pure positive fuel, B. Challenge fuel, C. Instinctive manipulation, D. Not a manipulation, E. Planned manipulation? Question 3. The victim says, "I absolutely hate you. You are useless in bed, useless at your job, and I wish I had never met you." To the narcissist. Is this A. Not a manipulation, B. Pure negative fuel, C. Challenge fuel, D. Wounding, E. Pure positive fuel? Question 4. The victim sends a text to the narcissist asking, "How are you?" Is this A. Challenge fuel, B. Wounding, C. Pure negative fuel, D. Pure positive fuel, E. No fuel or no wounding? Number 5. The lower mid-range narcissist sends a text to the victim and asks, "How are you?" Is this A. Pure positive fuel, B. Not a manipulation, C. Planned manipulation, D. Instinctive planned manipulation, E. Instinctive manipulation? 6. The victim does not answer the phone when the lower greater narcissist has telephoned. Is this A. Not a manipulation, B. Instinctive manipulation, C. Instinctive planned manipulation, D. Planned manipulation, E. Pure negative fuel, F. Instinctive planned manipulation and wounding, G. Instinctive manipulation and wounding, H. Wounding, I. Planned manipulation and wounding? 7. The lower mid-range narcissist sits and sulks when the standard carrier empath is speaking to him. Is this A. Wounding, B. Pure negative fuel, C. Pure positive fuel, D. Not a manipulation, E. instinctive manipulation. F, challenge fuel. G, instinctive manipulation and pure negative fuel. Next, instinctive manipulation and pure positive fuel, or instinctive manipulation and challenge fuel. Question 8. The victim is 10 minutes late to meet the upper mid-range narcissist. What is the nature of the interaction? A, not a manipulation. B, instinctive manipulation. C, challenge fuel. D, wounding. E, pure negative fuel. Question 9. The codependent geezer empath, crying and sobbing, tells the narcissist, "I have met someone else." When the codependent geezer empath does that, is this A, wounding, B, pure negative fuel, C, pure positive fuel, D, challenge fuel, E, triangulation? 10. The upper mid-range narcissist does not turn up for the contagion martyr empath's birthday, despite having been invited as the boyfriend of the empath. When this happens, what is it that the upper mid-range narcissist is doing? Is it A, wounding, B, not a manipulation, C, instinctive manipulation, D, instinctive planned manipulation, E, challenge fuel, F, planned manipulation? Question 11. The super savior empath sends a letter to the narcissist explaining that the relationship is over. She explains in detail why that is and tells him not to contact her come hell or high water. Is this letter A, pure negative fuel, B, pure positive fuel, C, wounding, D, instinctive manipulation, E, challenge fuel? Question 12. The codependent carrier empath asks the lower lesser narcissist, "What would you like for dinner?" Is this question A, challenge fuel, B, instinctive manipulation, C, pure negative fuel, D, wounding, E, pure positive fuel? 13. The middle lesser narcissist has hit the standard savior empath, and she is crying. Are her tears A, challenge fuel, B, pure negative fuel, C, pure positive fuel, D, not a manipulation, E, wounding? 14. The super carrier empath discusses a revenge campaign with his sister against an upper mid-range narcissist. Is the discussion A, challenge fuel, B, pure negative fuel, C, pure positive fuel, D, instinctive manipulation, E, not a manipulation, F, planned manipulation, G, wounding? Question 15. A non-intimate secondary source of the lower mid-range narcissist tells the narcissist in person that the non-intimate secondary source has just been speaking to an intimate partner secondary source of the lower mid-range narcissist, and that she was talking about the narcissist. I'll repeat that again. A non-intimate secondary source of a lower mid-range narcissist tells the narcissist in person that the non-intimate secondary source has just been speaking to an intimate partner secondary source of the lower mid-range narcissist, and she was asking about the narcissist. When the non-intimate secondary source conveys this information to the lower mid-range narcissist, is it A, challenge fuel, B, a Hoover by proxy, C, a Hoover by proxy and pure negative fuel, D, Hoover by proxy and wounding, E, Hoover by proxy and pure positive fuel, F, not a manipulation, G, direct physical Hoover, H. Hoover by proxy and direct physical hoover. (16) The empath sends the narcissist a text message which reads, "Leave me alone." What is this message? A. Not a manipulation. B. An electronic hoover. C. Challenge fuel. D. Wounding. E. Pure negative fuel. 17. The upper greater narcissist purchases a car for the victim. This act of purchasing a car is A. Pure positive fuel. B. Not a manipulation. C. Planned manipulation. D. Instinctive manipulation. E. Instinctive planned manipulation. 18. The upper lesser type A narcissist works out at his home gym. Is this activity A. Pure positive fuel. B. Instinctive manipulation. C. Challenge fuel. D. Not a manipulation. E. Thought fuel. Question 19. The upper mid-range narcissist arrives home to find that his wife has gone and taken her clothes, belongings, and a full set of H.G. Tudor books. This act of the wife, discovered by the upper mid-range narcissist, is A. Challenge fuel. B. A planned manipulation. C. Wounding. D. Pure negative fuel. E. Instinctive planned manipulation. And finally, question 20. The magnet super empath is asleep when the upper mid-range narcissist knocks on her door. This activity by the narcissist is A. Pure negative fuel. B. Not a manipulation. C. Thought fuel. D. Wounding. E. Challenge fuel. F. Indirect physical hoover. Do feel free to listen again in order to get your answers correct. Wrap that wet towel around your head to keep your throbbing brain from overheating, and then await the provision of the answers, which will come in a separate video very soon indeed. Thank you for participating.